Hey, kindergarten peeps. Hope you had a great spring break. I did. We missed you, but it's fun to get back to work and to see you again. We are going to do a little math today, so get ready. I'm new at this, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Today, we are going to do a couple of different things. The first thing we're going to do is just kind of like review shapes, and especially two-dimensional shapes. Now, two-dimensional shapes means that the shapes are not solid figures. You can't pick it up and hold it like this shape. We'll talk about these kind of shapes later, next week. Two-dimensional shapes are flat, and they are like the shapes that you see when you draw on a piece of paper. Let me give you an example of a two-dimensional shape. Let's see if I could do this. Okay, so this, you all know, is a square, and you know that. A square has 4 sides and 4 corners. That is a two-dimensional shape. Another two-dimensional shape you probably are very, very familiar with is the triangle. 3 sides, 3 corners. And I'm going to teach you a new word. Another word for corners is vertices. Can you say that? Vertices. The triangle has 3 vertices. One corner is called a vertex. But if you're talking about more than one, they are vertices. So this is a triangle, and you can remember the word, the part of the word that says tri means 3. Like a tricycle has 3 wheels. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 vertices. The next one is a rectangle. Now, a rectangle is different from a square. They both have 4 straight sides and 4 corners or vertices, but a rectangle is kind of like a stretched out square. It's like if I took a square and stretched it out so that I have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. That is a rectangle. And another shape that you may or may not know is the hexagon. And I like to remember hexagon because it has an X in it. Oops, I'm not doing such a great job. The X helps me remember that a hexagon has 6 sides and 6. Oh, excuse my handwriting. I'm trying here, folks. It has 6 sides and 6 vertices. And the number 6 also has an X in it. So that just kind of helps me remember hexagon has 6 sides and 6 vertices. Okay, so that is just a little review for you. I know you know all this. And let's move on. Again, I wanted to remind you that the sides of a two-dimensional shape, a flat shape, are straight, and they are these lines right here. These are called the sides. The arrows are pointing to the sides. This square has 4 sides, and you'll notice I forgot to mention this earlier. A square always has sides that are the same length. Each side is equal to the other. And here are the 3 sides to a triangle. They're the lines that make up the two-dimensional shape. And the corners are where the 2 lines meet. We learned another big word for corners, and that is vertices. So this is a rectangle, and it has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. And the corners or vertices, there are 4. And this is a hexagon, and I know that because it has 6 sides and 6 vertices or corners. So just wanted to give you a little review because now we're going to start one of my favorite things. Miss Hubbard loves this too. This is called Math Chat. Now, what I need for you to do is to get out, let me see if I can figure out how to get back on full screen here. Oh, there we go. Get out your sheet that looks like this. It says Math Chat at the top, and there's a number 1. It was in the packet that said Monday, April 6th. So math chat number 1. And I'm going to put it up on the screen and we're going to do it together. So if I can figure that out, let me see if I can do it. I think I can. I think I can do it. Okay. Oh, I forgot. We'll get back to that one in a minute. We'll get back to that one. So here's our math chat. Now mine's in color. And let's look at this first box up here with the little birdhouse and the bird inside the birdhouse. Now there are a lot of two-dimensional shapes here. We talked about them. Hexagon, triangle. What's this one called? Yeah, square. Because I know that because all of the sides are the same length. And this is a what? Rectangle, because it has 2 long stretched out sides and 2 short sides. Now, this shape, I know you know, it is a circle. Now, you will notice a circle doesn't have any sides. It just has one big curved edge that goes all around. Sides are straight lines. So if a circle has one big curved edge, does it have any vertices? I wonder. No, it doesn't. No vertices or sides on a circle. Okay, let's look at what it says here. Our directions ask us, how many vertices in all? So that means I need to count the vertices for all of these two-dimensional shapes. Okay, let's get busy. I think I'm going to circle them. So circle them along with me. Here's a hexagon. Let's circle our vertices. There's 1, 2, whoops, I missed that one. 3, 4, 5, 6. So far I have 6. Let's keep going. Move on to the triangle. Count on. 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's move over to the square. Keep going. 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go down to the rectangle. Keep counting. 14, 15, 16, 17. Now what about the circle? Does it have any vertices? No vertices on the circle. So we counted all of the vertices for all of our shapes. We ended up with 17. That's one group of 10 and 7 extra ones. There are 17 vertices in this group of two-dimensional shapes. Yay, you're doing so great. Now, we're going to move on to the yellow box. It's yellow on my screen. And we are going to be finding the answer to this equation or number sentence by counting on. Now, I love counting on. It really is a great way to add bigger numbers. So when you count on, you're going to look at the 2 parts that you're going to be putting together. These 2 numbers, 11 plus, does anybody know what that number is? 6. 11 plus 6. These are the 2 parts I'm going to join together to make a whole. And I'm going to write what the whole is. Now, counting on is just this. Finding the bigger number. I like to find the bigger number. You don't have to. I just like to do that. 11 and 6. 11 is bigger. So I take the bigger number and I put it in my head. 11. Now I keep on counting with 6. I count on 6 more. So I say 11, that's in my head. Now I'm going to count on 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 11 plus 6 more is 17. Hey, that's the same number of vertices we had over here. 11 and 6 joined together makes a whole of 17. Let's try it again. 14 plus, that means I'm going to be joining the parts together. How many is this? 4. 14 plus 4. So I'm going to put the bigger number in my head. 14 is big. 14. Now I'm just going to keep on counting. 15, 16, 17, 18. So 14, well, that's a curvy 1 there, plus 4 more is equal to 18. That's the number I was trying to make. All right, now I am going to let you, well, we're going to count to 35 really quickly, but I want you to move when you're counting to 35. So I want you to do something to get your body moving. So think about what you're going to do. Are you going to put your hands up? Are you going to cross over and punch? Sometimes we do karate. We punch. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to punch. Okay. Are you ready? We're going to count to 35. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We did it, 35. We can check that off. Now we're going to move next door to the fact family. Now, a fact family is just a group with 2 smaller numbers. Those are called the 2 parts, and the whole. The whole in a fact family is what you would get when you put the 2 parts together. So the 2 parts here are 3 and 9. And when you put 3 and 9 together, they make a whole of 12. Now, when you write equations or number sentences for a fact family, you can only use the 3 numbers in the family. I mean, they're a family, you know? So 3, 9, and 12 are going to be the only numbers that we use in these number equations or number sentences. So the first is blank plus blank equals something. Well, with the fact family, I am putting the 2 small parts together to equal the whole. So I think I'm going to put the 3 part first. 3 plus, that means I'm going to join the 3 with the other part. 9 equals, what's the whole? 12. Good job. So I made a number sentence. 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. Now, 3 and 9 are the 2 parts. Does it matter if I put the 3 first and then the 9 and put it together to make 12? Or if I put the 9 first and the 3 next and put it together to make 12? Am I still going to get 12? Yeah, I am. So now I'm just going to flip-flop the parts. Instead of putting the 3 part first, I'm going to put the 9 part first. 9 plus, that means I'm joining together. What's the other part here? 3. 9 plus 3 equals, when I put 9 and 3 together, it equals the whole of 12. 12. There you go. Now, we're going to do 2 subtraction problems. Now, subtraction is a little different. With subtraction, we start out with the big whole number and we take one of the parts away, and then we see what part is left over. So our whole number is always going to be the largest number in the fact family. So that is going to be 12. So we're going to start with the whole number, 12, and we're going to take away one of these parts. I think I'm going to take away the 3 part first. So 12 minus, this is a minus sign. It means I'm starting out with 12 and I'm taking 3 away. What's left over? The other part, 9. So 12 minus 3 equals 9. Now I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to take away the 9 part instead of the 3 part. So again, with subtraction, I start with the big whole number. And this time, instead of taking away the 3 part, I'm going to take away the 9 part. So 12 minus 9 is equal to, what would be left over? If I had 12, I put 3 and 9 together to make 12, and I took away the 9 part, what part would be left over? It would be the other part, which is the 3 part. So you'll see here for the fact family, I made 4 number sentences. 3 plus 9 equals 12. I can flip-flop the parts. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Now I'm going to do subtraction. I start with the whole. 12 minus 3 equals 9. 12 minus 9 equals 3. I made 4 number sentences, and they all used the 3 numbers in our fact family. Good job. Now we're going to be comparing these 2 numbers, 19 and 23. Which one is bigger and which one is smaller? We're going to use our little symbols, greater than, less than, or if they're the same, equal to. Now, 19 has 1 group of 10 and 9 extra ones, and 23 has 2 groups of 10 and 3 extra ones. Let's see. I'm going to look on my hundreds chart. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit. So here, oh, I messed up. Let me see if I can fix this. Here is the number 19, right here, if I were counting. And here is the number 23. So if I were counting, which would come first on the number chart? 19, I would say first. It's earlier on the number chart. And I have to keep going to get to 23. So that means that 19 is a smaller number than 23. And I know that because 19 has 1 10 and 20 has 2 10s. So I'm going to say that 19 is less than 23. So let me go backwards. 19 is less than 23. Well, how do I do that? My class, if you'll remember, we do a little song about the symbols that show which number is greater and less than, and it goes like this. Alligator, alligator, which one will you eat? The biggest one, the greatest one. It will be so sweet. So what that means is that the alligator's mouth is going to open up wide to eat the bigger number. So the big open part is going to point toward the larger number. So let's see if we can find which we've decided that 23 is the larger number. So I'm going to make the alligator's mouth open up to eat the bigger number. This says 19 is less than 23. Good job. Now, we're almost finished. Hang in there. This is the purple box, and there are some birds here in a nest, and the question says, how many more? I need blank more to make 10. So I've already got some birds, but I don't have 10. I've got a part of 10. Let's see how many I've got, what part of 10 I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm almost to 10, but I need more. And the question is, how many more? Hey, I'm going to use that counting on strategy that we did earlier. I'm going to start with the number that I have. I have 5, and I'm just going to keep on counting until I get up to 10 and see how many more I had to add on to get there. So every time I count the next number, I'm going to draw a circle, and that's going to mean an extra one that I need to get up to 10. So I have 5, so that's the number I put in my head, 5, and we're just going to keep on counting until I get up to the number 10. So let's go. 5's in my head, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I made it to 10. How many extra birds? These aren't really birds, they're circles, but we're going to pretend like they're birds. How many extra birds did I need to add on to get to 10? Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, yes, that makes perfect sense. 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So I needed to have 5 more birds to make 10 in all. Okay, this last one is a word problem. I'm going to read it with you and we're going to work on it together. Jim has 10 flowers to plant in his garden. So he needs to plant how many? 10. That's the whole number that he needs to plant. Now, he already planted 2. So he's got to plant 10. He's already planted part of those. He's already planted 2. So we need to know how many more does he need to plant to get up to the number that he has in all, to get up to 10. Well, let's think about that. He needs to plant 10, but he's already planted part of that. He's already planted 2, 1, 2. So we want to know how many more plants does he need to plant to get to 10. So I'm going to use the count on strategy. It's just so easy. I'm going to start with what the part that I know. I know that he's already planted 2, and then I'm going to keep on adding on until I get up to 10. So I'm going to put 2 in my head, 2, because he already has 2, and then I'm going to add on. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's count to make sure. He had 2 already. 1, 2, and let's keep counting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I make it to 10? I did. Now, how many extra? What is the other part that I had to add on to the 2 that he had already planted to get up to 10? Let's count. What's this group? I had to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more flowers to get to 10, because 2 plus 8 more, 2 and 8 are the 2 parts that I can put together to make 10. And we can look at it in a number bond too. One of the parts was 2. That was the part he had already planted. And we wanted to know how the other part he needed to plant. Well, we figured it out. He needed 8 more. 2 and 8 together make a whole of 10. Yay! Good job. So now we've done our math chat. Congratulations, that is so awesome. And I'm going to show you the sheets that you have to do today on your own. They're pretty easy. I think you'll like them though. The first shape is about one of our two-dimensional figures, the triangle. Remember, tri means 3. So you're going to tell how many, you're going to complete this sentence. Triangles have blank sides. How many sides? Remember, the sides are the lines that make up the shape. And triangles have blank corners. And the other word for corner is vertices. So you're going to fill in these blanks, and then down here it asks, how many triangles did you find? Now there are a lot of shapes down here. You might just want to color the triangles and then count them. Now on the back of that same paper, we're going to trick you. We're going to talk a little bit about circles. Now circles have blank corners. I'm not going to tell you the answer to that one. You're just going to have to figure it out. And then I want you to count how many circles you find here and write the answer there. And if I can make it work, I may add on a link if your parents want to copy this on a copier, if they have one, of another sheet where you color the different shapes. You would color the rectangles that you see red, the squares yellow, the circles blue, you would color any triangles you see green, and hexagons purple. So I will do my best to add this as a link, add this page as a link on your Monday math section. So anyway, I just am so proud of you guys. You're doing such a great job, and we love you. And we are just going to have so much fun doing math this week and next week. And I'm just can't wait to spend some time with you. So have a great day. Do the front and back of your triangle and your circle sheet. And we will meet back tomorrow with day 2 of Math Chat and two-dimensional shapes. Have a great day. Talk to you later.